What up, young people? What up, old people? This is your boy Jimmy Smooth.
What up? Still doing the intro. It's Hullum, Johnny the Gent. You already know who it is. What's going on?
Definitely. And this is Hey Young World. And we got a special guest in the building today. This man has, he's a part of an organization. I don't want to know if I want to call it an organization, but a group of brothers. But we can call it an organization, right?
Yeah, it's definitely an organization. We are organized.
Absolutely. Shaun, who worked very closely with the keepers of the art. We got him in here today. We're going to talk a little bit about hip-hop. You know what I mean? But before we get into that, I do want people to, familiarize people a little more with who you are. Because of you and the guys that you work with, I got a chance to shake hands with Raekwon.
Well, that's cool.
You know what I mean? I've gotten a chance to see, I think I've seen Black Moon because of y'all. Mm-hmm. I've seen Grandmaster Flash because of y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I've seen KRS-One.
Yes, that's on the last year. That's on the last year.
The list goes on.
Right.
EPMD. And I mean, we want to keep going until we stop there. I think we made the point. But Shaun, man, I'm glad to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for the invite, man. What up, world, man? I appreciate being here. This is Shaun, representing Keepers of the Art. We in full effect, representing for the sophisticated urbans that's coming through, making the situation liver than it already is, man. I appreciate the invite, man.
Definitely, man. So, I had to get you in here. I recognize what y'all bring to the city of Akron. I can't say that anybody else is, doing what you guys are doing or have done. So, I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome, man.
And keep that shit going, man.
We will.
We're going to get into hip-hop conversation.
First thing I want to know, since we just jumping into it, who is your plug? Who is your connect? How is you doing it?
Who is our plug? Who is our connect?
Yeah, you ain't got to get a connect up if you don't want to. I understand. Business is business, but man, you got the plug, I'm telling you.
I'm going to play for me doing when the mic goes off.
Real talk, man. Our plug is faith and it's faith. That's our plug. I guess you can say God is our plug, man. We stepped out 2005, reached out to the city of Akron with an idea, that many told us was impossible or improbable. We wanted to put on a hip hop showcase downtown Akron at Lock 3 Park, so people from all over the city, all over Northeast Ohio can come through and see a show downtown Akron. And it took us 3 years to get the green light, man. But we sold the city properly on hip hop, man. And we did our first show in 2008, man. But like I said, the plug originally was just faith, just stepping out there. Knowing that we had something, knowing that we had a good group of brothers, knowing that our intentions were good, man. So when your intentions are good like that, things open up for you.
You said it took 3 years to actually get y'all's first.
Yeah, to get the green light on the project. Yeah. We had the concept in 2005. Approached the city in 2005 and got turned down originally, but we kept on working on the idea, thought about moving to some other places around the city, but my intentions were to always do it in a central location. I wanted to put hip-hop on display like they had rock and roll, like they had jazz, like they had blues, like they had gospel on display at Lock 3 Park, Because going back to 2005, I found myself at the library over on Kenmore Boulevard looking through this calendar, and they listed all the events that they were having at Lock 3 Park in the summertime. I was like, there's no hip hop there. And probably about a week later, I read this article in the newspaper about the city doing a study to see what they can do to attract young professionals to the city of Akron, to keep the young professionals here. Because a lot of people, they get their degrees and they bounce, Right. Go somewhere that's a little bit more progressive, a little bit more action. And in the study that they were doing, they brought in some lady, I think her name was Rebecca Ryan or something like that. She was from Wisconsin, and after she did her study, one of her findings was having more culturally diverse events at Lock 3 Park. And I'm thinking to myself, reading that, what's more culturally diverse than hip hop culture? Because you got blacks, whites, Asians, Mexicans, whatever. Right. Everybody loves hip hop, man. So once I saw that, I just started jotting down the idea for a show that I would like to see at Lock 3 Park, man. And I reached out to a sister I know who had been putting on concerts here in Akron and at Cleveland, because I really had no experience as a promoter or anything like that. I just had an idea, so I was like, let me reach out to somebody that's doing what I want to do. So I reached out to her, told her my idea. She thought it was good. Sent the letter off in November to the guy that was deputy mayor of the city at the time. And let me back up a little bit. At the time, I was working at a tuxedo shop out at Summit Mall, and a brother who worked at the Urban League came in. He was getting a tuxedo for a Christmas party he was going to, and I just started chopping it up with him, telling him what I was doing. He was like, hey. I told him about the show I had in mind. He said, you need to contact this dude with the city of Akron. Gave me his name, gave me his number. So that was the guy I sent my letter out to, man. And tell you that November, I was about to drop that letter in the mail. I had never been so nervous, man, because I didn't know how it was going to be received. You know what I mean? But I was like, let me just go ahead and step out on faith and just drop this in the mail, and ended up getting a meeting. You know what I mean, with the city of Akron. Like I said, they said no the first time, and one of my cats who knows some people, you know what I mean, higher up in the city of Akron, you know, politically. He told them about my idea, and we got that second meeting. And the second meeting we came through correct. We got a meeting where it's like maybe like 8 or 9 officials from the city of Akron in the room, then the crew from Keepers of the Art. You did a PowerPoint presentation, gave them like a 30-year overview of the culture of hip hop. Because when you're talking hip hop, the cities and stuff like that, all they know is what they see on TV and what they hear on the radio. So we had to make sure that they understood that what we were doing was about cultural awareness, it was about education, it was about peace, unity, love, and having fun. We had to let them know that there weren't going to be no problems. You know what I mean? There weren't going to be no fights, no shootings, or anything like that. You know,
you guys have never really had any problems.
No, we haven't. No, we haven't. And I think one of the ways that we've managed to avoid that is like we kind of, you know, at least when we was doing shows outside of Lock 3, we always would go back and forth about whether or not we should sell alcohol at our events, because we know, you know, brother get a little lick it up or whatever. You know, yeah. So instead of, you know, trying to maximize profits, you know what I mean, selling alcohol, you know, knowing that we could make a killing, you know, if we sold alcohol, let's take that off the table. Let's not compromise the integrity of our event just trying to make a few extra dollars, man. Right. So at the events that we did with the city of Akron outside, like we never sold any liquor there. You know what I mean? If there's gonna be a problem with alcohol, we're gonna be because of us. You know, there's bars all on Main Street, so if you wanna go get you a little taste or something like that, you just stop it there before you come through the show. But it won't gonna be because you got liquored up at our spot. You know what I mean? So those, you know, some of the decisions that we had to make early on. You know what I mean? So when always about the money, it was always about the culture, you know what I mean, and making sure the culture was represented well, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so.
You said the first time the city of Akron set you guys the whole idea down. What made you keep going even after you were told no?
Because people that I would talk to about it would say, yo, I love that idea. People kept asking me about it. What's up with that show? When you going to do that show? Okay. And also, part of the motivation was people telling me, you couldn't do it, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I tried to do something like that before in the past, and I couldn't do it done. But I'm like, okay, I'm thinking to myself, yo, I'm not you though, you know what I mean? My approach is a little bit different, you know what I mean? So just knowing that this needed to be done, and also having people, you know, be negative about it. You know what I mean? You know, asking like, who do you think you ought to step out and do something like that? You know what I mean? That was part of the motivation. You know?
I mean, people came at you like that, like who do you?
Yeah, because they couldn't get it done. No diss anything like that. I understand we all have, you know, different ways of dealing with things and stuff like that, but you know, that's what it was, you know what I mean? So, you know, I mean, no diss to anybody like that, but I'm just reporting, you know, what I experienced, you know what I mean? So,
absolutely. Mm-hmm. What was the first show y'all ever did?
The first show we ever did, 2008, September 5th or 6th. It was Slick Rick, Dougie Fresh.
I was there.
Yeah, Odyssey, Cad Brown.
I was there.
So we had
2 days before my birthday.
Yeah, Ill Style, McBoogie. Yeah, it was an ill show, man.
Was you there?
Yeah, because it's right before my birthday.
Right. September, right.
You know, I was thinking to myself, I should have brought like all the flyers from the events. I knew y'all was going to ask me questions about the shows and stuff that we did, and it's kind of hard all these years. Remember everybody that we brought. Yeah. And
who was your favorite?
Who was my favorite so far? My favorite, probably was year number 2, man, when we had Kane, Big Daddy Kane, and Buckshot. You know what I mean? It was like, Buckshot stole the show. You know what I mean? With 2 classic MCs.
That was that Musica.
No. That was the second time we brought Buckshot. The first time we brought him was in 2009.
Okay, I was
2009, yeah. But that was the first time in 2009. It was like Buckshot is killing it. I was like, wow. And we still got Big Daddy Kane and Chris to come on, man. It was just one of those monumental days. Had about 6,000 people in the house, man, and just like looking out into the audience from the stage, man. I just got goosebumps, man. You know what I mean? It's like I can understand why, you know, entertainers and athletes don't want to retire or leave the stage, man, because that vibe, the energy you get from the audience, man, it give you life, man. You know what I mean? So keep you going. It's like I'm not even a performer. I'm just, you know, help organizers, but being on stage and just feeling the love and just like the energy from the people, man, it was bugged out, man. Looking up in the garage, the parking deck behind Lock 3 and seeing people all up in there, that was a beautiful day, man.
You said as a musician, you feel like they feed off of the energy they get from when they do shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, when you look at a lot of these hip hop cats now, they still look real youthful.
Oh,
you know
absolutely.
What I mean? You think that keeps them going, or not necessarily keeps them youthful, but I mean, you think that keeps them going?
Oh, absolutely, man. That's life they getting back from people. You know what I mean? That vibe, that's life. You know what I mean?
Like a vampire.
Yeah, that's life, man. They keep you young, and I can say that because also I coach high school football. Well, at least I have been for the past 4 years. I'm gonna take this year off, man. But working with the young people that I work with, man, they give me life, give me something to look forward to. You know what I mean? They keep me inspired. You know what I mean? And dealing with young people, you know what I mean, in order to relate, to have a good rapport with them, you know what I mean, you gotta study the things that they're studying. You understand what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? So yeah, it definitely helps. So I can see musicians, you know, athletes, you know what I mean, definitely getting life from the people that they perform for, man.
Absolutely, that's real. I kind of want to move into the hip hop questions, is that like the whole hip hop conversation?
Oh, absolutely.
I just want to know like what moment in hip hop has impacted you the most? You know what I mean?
What moment in hip hop has impacted me the most, man? Yes. It's been so many. It's been so many. Wow. Let me think about that for a moment, man. Hearing Criminal Minded on the radio, you know what I mean? Back in the day, like 87, getting goosebumps, you know what I mean? Hearing that introduction, that Boogie Down Productions, we'll always get paid. Take the wackest songs, and make it better. Yeah, just hearing that on the radio, that gave me goosebumps. Yes. And years later, I realized that that was like an interpolation of what the Beatles had did. The Beatles had a song that started off like that, man. And KRS-One, BDP, they flipped it. Just hearing that and just like buying music, seeing who could be first to get the music, man. With my boy Kev Barnett, man, who was a DJ in the city of Akron, man. Just back in the day, we'd always be trying to be the first one to get whatever album. Like he bought a BDP first, so when I went to the record store to get an album, I was like, oh, he already got BDP. Let me get this Public Enemy first. You know what I mean? Public Enemy was like the first tape that I ever bought. You know what I mean? Yo Morris the Show, man. So it's like me and my boy, we'd always go back and forth, borrowing each other's tapes, dubbing them and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's some of my first hip hop memories. That's the stuff that really inspired me. Then it's like, you know, it's going to always come back to KRS-One. You know what I mean? Just his music has had a profound impact on my life. I even did like my senior thesis at Hiram College on KRS-One on his music, man. So, KRS-One is like my favorite artist, and just what he's meant to the culture, what he's meant to me. You know what I mean? Because what I've got from hip hop and from KRS-One, some things that I didn't necessarily get from the crib or from church or the religious institutions that I attended. I got knowledge itself from hip hop culture. You know what I mean? It taught me who I was, not just as a black man, but as a human being. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Hip hop it's been very influential in my lifetime. You know what I mean? And the goals that I've been able to accomplish and stuff like this all due to hip hop, you know what I mean? Because it's giving me my swag, my perspective, you know what I mean? My belief in self, actually I should say my knowing of self, you know what I mean? I don't want to say beliefs because it's doubts attached to what you believe in, but what you know, you feel me? Absolutely. So hip hop is giving me a knowing, you know what I mean? It allowed me to drop that letter in the mail in November to the city, you know what I mean? Said I want to bring a hip hop show, you know what I mean? The city of Akron, you know what I mean?
Believed in that.
No doubt, yeah.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, you got a hip hop moment that has impacted you?
Personally, I'm gonna have to say the first time I heard New York State of Mind, that changed a lot. Like that changed a lot. Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest right here. The first time I heard Gangstar, I wasn't even feeling it. I wasn't. I was like, Mass Appeal. I was like,
you didn't like it the first time you heard it?
The first time I heard it, I'm like, I don't know. And Drib was like, you stupid. You dumb. Here, listen to the rest of it. Because you dumb. And I'm like, the rest of it hard. I don't like that song. No, I know the words to it. But yeah, the first time I heard New York State of Mind, I didn't know what to do with myself. It changed my life. That was my hip hop moment. Like that's the first time a hip hop song it brought a tear to my eye. He was so beautiful. He was spitting harder than anybody I had ever heard in my entire life, and it was just so good. And then the beat, listen, that was it.
Have you guys seen? And then I'm gonna share my hip hop moment that had the biggest impact on me. Have y'all seen the PBS special of Nas doing Illmatic with the symphony?
Absolutely, yeah.
You seen that? I'm waiting. Man, that shit is crazy. I'm waiting for them to put that on a digital download or a CD or something. I need that to be able to walk with. It's cool being on TV, but I need that. That shit is. So when you hear New York State of Mind with this orchestra, man, shit is crazy.
Yes, sir.
My biggest hip hop moment that the hip hop moment that has impacted me the most. Like you said, Shaun, there's been so many. I'm gonna have to go with two of them, man. It was NWA Niggas for Life. I'm about 5 or 6. About 5 or 6. That shit, my peoples put that in. I'm like, man, what is that, man? What they talking about, man? That shit sound cool, though, man. Then like that really that really impacted me. Then we jumped to '92 with Dr. Dre, The Chronics. You know what I mean? That right there really changed me as a person. Mm-hmm. Even though I'm an East Coast head, those two albums are the albums that really got me into hip hop.
Okay.
The Chronic, I mean, man, everybody was walking around with a leaf on their hat. Yeah. At the time, I didn't understand.
Guilty. Yeah, I mean, guilty as
I remember my aunt taking me to 2 Live, like, hey, I'm going to take you up to 2 Live and let you pick out a hat. Yeah. You know what I mean? Right. I'm like, cool. Like, we get up there, I'm like, I want that. Mm-hmm. She's like, nah, you don't want that. Right. I'm like, yeah, I want that. She was like, you don't even know what that is. So, of course, I went to her son, asked him, what is this? And when I found out what it was, I wanted it even more.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? So, just not just the music that came with that album, just the whole movement, man. There was a whole movement that a lot of people benefited off of later on down the line. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And Bow Wow happened to be one of those. I'm gonna get into this early on so we can move on to the bigger and better things. Right. No disrespect. That's just how I feel. I want to know from both of you guys, I mean, is Bow Wow considered a hip-hop legend?
Is he a legend? He's done some legendary things, I think. I think he's done some legendary things. You look at his age, just the amount of money he's made and the number of records that he sold. And I think he made some quality music early on for a kid. How old was he? He wasn't even a teenager when he came out, was he?
He might have been like 9 or 10, maybe.
Yeah. So he's done some legendary things, man. And it's like, to be that young and can ride a beat, even though he was being coached and having people write for him and stuff like that, you got to give him props for having that talent. You know what I mean? Everybody can't ride a beat. Everybody don't have that type of charisma or stage presence. You know what I mean? So
that's very true. Everybody don't have that stage presence.
But I feel like that's like a child star. You know what I'm saying? What happened to Macaulay Culkin? He fell apart. He gonna be nice. He gonna go down. He ain't top 50 material. Bow Wow is not top 50 material, and that it takes
not now.
Bow Wow, I mean, overall, Bow Wow was not top 50 material. So
at one point he was, though.
What?
I mean, at one point he was, like, top 50 material.
I feel like since he was 9 years old, there has never been a point in hip-hop where 50 people wasn't better than Bow Wow.
Okay. I mean, okay. All right. Well, let me say this. First of all, I led this from the Chronic album to, like I said, the Chronic album opened doors for so many different people. Bow Wow benefited off of the Chronic album, whether we realize that or not.
So you don't get some Snoop shine because of that?
I mean, I wouldn't say Snoop shine, but they're associated with one another.
That means nothing.
If you Google Snoop Dogg, Bow Wow's going to pop up somewhere along the line.
Yeah, but you got to push 8 more links and, you know what I'm saying, slide over, and this dude ain't even Nate Dogg
going to come first.
Yeah, absolutely. Nate Dogg and Dr. Drake, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Tupac will come up before Bow Wow.
You said who?
Tupac come up before Bow Wow.
They might be in the same article, maybe.
I think Tupac will come up higher than Bow Wow.
Well, this is my personal feelings on Bow Wow. Bow Wow being a legend. I don't feel like he's a legend because in 10, 15 years will we still be talking about Bow Wow. I look at people like LL Cool J as a legend.
LL is a legend.
But that's what I'm saying.
Even after that cannabis situation, LL is a legend.
He still survived so many different eras.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
That's what a hip-hop legend is to me. It's not about how many Grammys you have. It's not. Hip-hop is from the streets.
Here's the thing about you saying LL is a legend. LL has kept a sword since the very beginning of his career, and he ain't never let it get dull. Never. Like I said, with that cannabis, that whole debacle, he never let his sword get not sharp. And I feel like LL still got it today, no matter what you say about him. Like LL been battling people since that's what they was doing. LL is a legend because he went out there in the streets and he earned his legendhood.
Well, LL being a legend, that's not even a question, man.
Right.
He been a legend since he was 16, 17, you know what I mean, since he dropped. But think about this, though. The fact that we even talking about, considering if Bow Wow is a legend, doesn't that make him a legend?
I'm not considering it.
Listen to what I'm saying, because it's like right off the rip, you think about somebody like LeBron James. I mean, shout out to 330, man, acting representative. Here we go. But look, listen. Right. Since LeBron came into the league, who they been comparing him to Jordan? It's like, is he ever greater than Jordan? They was talking about this since he was 18. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that tell you how great he is. So with the fact that we even considering, think about Bow Wow as a legend, how long he been in the game? If he came in when he was 9 or 10, it's 20 years later. You know what I mean? And he's still relevant. You know what I mean? So
has Bow Wow... Is he? That's the ultimate question. And has Bow Wow done anything that has stood out in your mind where you could just recall? Just about 5 minutes ago, you just went through the whole introduction to BDP's Criminal Minded, correct? What Bow Wow song can you do that with? And I have to consider the era that you come from. You're a little older than I am.
Right.
But if he was really if he really had that legend title, why can't you call up something to support? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've never really been
a Bow Wow fan.
Yeah. I never really like sat down and studied his music. Like you said, I'm 44 years old, man. You know what I mean? So Bow Wow was, you know what I mean? He was for little teenagers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
let me say this: the LeBron comparison, we gotta throw that out. We gotta strike that one because you compare LeBron to Jordan because LeBron is that nice. At what point was somebody saying, Bow Wow might be better than Nas? Bow Wow might be better than Jay-Z. Bow Wow might be better than Snoop. No, it's not been better than anybody.
I've never thought about Bow Wow in that way. I've never looked at him as a top 10 or top 50. I never just considered Bow Wow that way.
I don't know. But, so right now, based on how you said there's nobody that you really rocking with on the mainstream.
What are you listening to right now?
What am I listening to? Just like today, I spent most of my day listening to the Little Brother radio station on what's that? On iHeartRadio. You know what I mean? So I like Little Brother cats like that. I listen to Stiley. I like what he's doing. You know what I mean? He's another Ohio representative. Right. We had him here in 2011. Let me see what else. We can listen to a lot of old Kanye lately. You know what I mean? I had it on like College Dropout, stuff like that. I listen to some Wu. Like if I'm working out, I'll put some Wu on. You know what I mean? Some Ghost, some Ray, Bobby Digital stuff. You know what I mean? RZA's Alter Ego. So that's where I'm coming from. You know what I mean?
Okay.
How did you feel about that last Wu-Tang album?
I haven't heard this in entirety, so that should tell you. You know what I mean? I really haven't. You know what I mean? It's like I'm kind of like in my ways, and I need to get out of that. Considering the line of work that I'm in, I'm kind of just I like stuff that I'm used to. You know what I mean? And if you got that vibe, you know what I mean, I can deal with it. But I really haven't been searching. I haven't been as curious as I need to be. You know what I mean, about what's going on, because I hear so much on the radio. When I turn it on, it's like everybody's mumbling. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
everybody sounds the same. It's like, damn,
right?
is that? I'm like, damn, is that Future? Is that 2 Chainz?
You can't
distinguish the two. So so it's a big turnoff. So I listen to like a lot of sports talk radio. If I do have a radio on, sports talk. But I need to make a conscious effort though to really try to find some of these newer dudes that are mainstream. But like some of the other new cats I like a Nick Grant, stuff like that. Nick Grant's nice. This cat out of Pittsburgh named Hubs that I mess with. You know what I mean? So
what's his name again?
Hubs out of Pittsburgh. Yeah. So him, Nick Grant. I'm like some J. Cole stuff. Like
Nick Grant?
Yeah, I like Nick Grant. Yeah,
I seen him perform live. He opened up for Nas when Nas came to the
I heard about that. Yeah,
out in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard about him before. I seen the performance. I listened to his album. I can't remember the name of the album, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on him. I can understand why you would say you like the guy,
right.
But not 100%. How you feel about Rock Marciano and Westside Gun and Conway? Are you familiar with that?
Well, Crisis was telling me about them, so I'm really not familiar with them. You know what I mean? I've heard the names before, but like I said, I haven't looked for anything like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm not familiar, man.
Yeah, actually, one of the homies put me on to Rock Marciano. Shout out to Rudy Ray. At one point, I didn't like Rock Marciano. I didn't like the way he approached the beat. But when you really break down and analyze what he's saying some
dope.
shit.
Okay. Yeah.
He was once with the Flip Mode Squad.
Okay.
So his sound was totally different when he was with Flip Mode. Yeah, definitely. Y'all familiar with Logic?
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with Logic. Yeah.
Okay.
With him. Yeah.
Hey man, I watched some shit on Netflix today about him, man. It's called The Rapture. I did not know that guy came from what he came from. He came from a very fucked up situation and made it a beautiful thing. He's biracial. He looks like he's a white boy, a white guy.
Yeah, he do.
But his dad is a black man.
Okay.
His mom used to call him nigger.
Wow.
That's wild,
man. That's mind blowing. The guy got a hell of a story. Yeah. And just hearing his story, it made me want to go check out the music a little bit. He got a message. I don't necessarily know if it's for me, but I can respect him. You know what I mean? And that's the thing with hip hop, man. You know, as long as I can respect your message, like I'm a, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give you your props. I might not necessarily listen to it, but as long as I understand your message, how can you shit on that?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How can what? You're not a Logic fan, Hullum?
I don't know a lot of his work. Let's be honest.
I couldn't tell you one song. I know he got a whole album called Everybody.
Alright.
And the art cover to that shit is ridiculous, man. That shit is hard.
See, I've only heard maybe 1 or 2 songs.
I just downloaded on iTunes today. Speaking of iTunes, I was supposed to be looking at what song that was with Royce the 5'9" and 2 Chainz, and it's called Float.
Float?
No, it's a
Float.
different song.
Okay, like floating.
Okay.
Float. So, it's probably it's that record on the album to get the
Ladies.
Yeah. You gotta bring them in. What's the top 5 hip hop albums?
Top 5 hip hop albums? Wow. Yeah. For me, it's like, it depends on my mood, man. Like, people ask me, like, who are my top 5 artists? It just depends on what mood I'm in. But top 5 artists, top 5 albums. Damn, I had a piece of paper to write this down. But let me see.
What, you want to say
go top 5 artists because that's
albums
is different. It's too many. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's too many. It's too many albums.
I mean, in my personal opinion, you gotta have those top 5 you can go to. And before we get into that,
some songs off Supreme Clientele that I want. You know what I'm saying? But it's also it is, but it's also some other. You know what I'm saying? Ghosts that I want that's not on Supreme Clientele. So I got albums.
Before we go any further with that, let me backtrack a little bit because I wanted to capitalize on something Shaun said. You said about Stolly. Mm-hmm. Okay, who is a 330 representative out of Mansfield, Ohio. Mm-hmm. I got a chance to see Stolly perform in Soul Classics before he got big down in Columbus. You know what I mean? Is it safe to say that the best song he's done so far is the song with De La Soul?
With the Navajo Rugs?
Navajo Rugs. Yeah.
It's one of his better songs, but he got a lot of stuff though, man. His production is ill, man. His production is so ill. Then his Blue Collar Gang, that's a perfect explanation of who he is and what his style is about. You know what I mean? He's an Ohio kid, you know what I mean? He's blue collar, you know what I mean? So I got dirt on the end of my nails. I ain't trying to be no playboy, you know what I mean? I can recognize that. Yeah.
I work on cars and shit.
Yeah, and I like old school shit, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be out pushing my shit.
It's sad that most of the people it seems to me he get the least amount of love where he's from.
I think I think it's the beard, to be honest with you. I think people are intimidated by his look, man. He's a Muslim, you know what I mean? There ain't no shame in that, you know what I mean? I think that's what's kind of block people off to him, you know what I mean? They don't embrace him because he doesn't look like them, you know what I mean? Even though, beards and stuff like that are in fashion, you know what I mean? It's like he's had his beard for a long time, you know what I mean?
He has it for a purpose.
Yeah, it's a purpose, you know what I mean? So now I think that is kind of, kind of like soured him to the masses and stuff like that, man. But if you listen to his bars and his production, the way he carried himself, the way he dressed, man, I rock with that dude, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm glad we had him here in Akron, you know what I mean?
You came from a A&R perspective on that, the way he, you know what I mean, the whole presentation.
Mm-hmm. You know so you're saying that's why Freeway fell off?
His what fell off?
Freeway, he fell off.
I won't say it's because his beard. Just he was in a situation that Rock. Yeah. Self situations. And he was with the Rock at a time where they was hot. Then the Rock fell apart. Then like any artist that wasn't Jay-Z, you know what I mean, or Kanye, wasn't hot after that. You know what I mean? So it's just he's a victim of circumstance. You know what I mean?
I think it was a combination of what Shaun said and his health issues. You know what I mean? Having him, what he got, kidney problems?
Yeah, was that him too? I thought Beanie had. Was it him and Beanie?
Hey man, look, I don't want to speak on Beans because I don't know the situation, but there's definitely something going on. I think Beans had one of his lungs removed.
Oh, what? Okay.
Like he was shot in front of his house some years ago.
Okay. Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking about.
Punctured a lung or something. So I think Beans is running around here with half a lung.
Damn.
Last time I seen him, he also had the what's the correct name for it? He also had the codeine, promethazine, the whole kit going he had in his pocket. So I'm sure if you're having health issues and you're drinking lean at the same time, that's not.
Yeah, it's hard to be creative. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. But the last time we heard about Beans, he was getting that. Was he getting that meat meal? Trying to make it come back off of me. Oh, was it him and Game going back and forth? I think for a minute. That situation died down, and no music ever really came out of it. So I don't know what that was about. But can we get back into it? So you guys don't want to do top 5 hip hop albums? I want to do top 5.
I'm good for either one. I'm gonna
do albums.
Yeah, okay. I'm good for either.
So what's
top 5? Just Criminal Minded. I mean, off rip, Criminal Minded. EPMD, Strictly Business. Nas is Illmatic, Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt, and gotta go into the 36 Chambers, Wu-Tang. You know what I mean? That's 5 just off the top right there. And like I said,
I don't feel I'm gonna see it though. You think I'll rap through the whole thing? Listen, my problem, the only reason I want to see it, I think so, it might be.
It's a musical. Right?
Yeah, like a hip hopper, as they call them. I seen the commercial or an advertisement for the whole thing where dude was shooting dice and his rhyming pattern was absolute shit. Like, I feel like you could have said it 3 better ways and made it stay on beat and everything. Like, he put a weird pause in the middle, so I gotta see it because of that scene.
Have you figured out who's playing Priest? Which Priest is Ron O'Neal?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay. I figured nothing out. I know nothing except for he fucked up that rhyme.
And Future is behind the soundtrack.
Really? Oh, it's gonna be hilarious.
From what I understand, like how Curtis
see
Mayfield did the whole Superfly soundtrack.
Yeah, Future doing
I think
this?
Future gonna do the whole.
It takes place in Atlanta though, don't it?
It does take place in Atlanta, and he put a lot of.
He said it's gonna be a lot of trap music too. I heard that. It's trap music is a lifestyle. Yeah, that's what dude said in the thing. So yeah, I really gotta. Yeah, you didn't see Fly By Night. Listen, Fly By Night. Go see it. Special Ed is in it, and MC Light. But it's not about them. It's about hip hop. The King and I, which is a whole nother thing. See it. The hardest song in there is a white dude who the DJ. His name is Rick. And when he drops that beat, he be in it too. And all you hear is the hook. And it's just, this one's for you, Rick. You know what to do.
What year
Rick.
is this?
I don't remember. I got it at the house.
You got it on
for you,
DVD?
Rick, so you know what to do, Rick. And it's beautiful. And that's like the hardest song in that entire. It's about a hip hop group.
Fly By Night.
Fly By Night. MC Light in it.
And it's got MC Light.
Yeah, Special Ed. He don't show up twice, but.
So this is straight DVD. Straight to DVD.
Probably.
Flick.
This is
1993.
It's a young Light.
To be exact. Yeah. I've never seen that before, man.
Do it.
I know I used to watch Strap all the time.
Man, I watched that movie enough to hate it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's how I felt about it after a while.
Yeah, there was a point where I was trying to watch Belly at least once a year. You know what I mean? I went to see it in the theater like 3 times when it came out.
Okay.
Yeah. Then after that...
Did it come out in Akron?
It came out in Akron, yeah. I saw it out at, what's the name of the theater out there by Summit Mall? Like Montrose 12.
Okay,
yeah,
it was out there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was out there.
I remember being a kid, and for some reason, all hell broke loose at Rolling Acres when Boys in the Hood came out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was bad up there.
Yeah, I know a cat that got shot up there. He took one in the stomach up there. Yeah.
He's still walking?
Yeah, he's still walking. Yeah,
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, God bless.
He'd never forget Boys in the Hood.
No, never.
Yeah.
How could he?
What do you remember what was going on at that time? The reason why there was a lot of tension behind the film in the city?
In the city, just everybody was just... Cats had no direction, no knowledge of self. You know what I mean? So they was just acting out, trying to be...
What they
what they see, just ridiculous if you think about it. You know, you look back on it now, it's just stupid, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, it's like, be your own man. Don't live something that you seeing on television, man. Come on now.
Okay.
But that's just something that we all suffer from at one point in time. You know what I mean? I was that way. I was young at one time. You know what I mean? No direction. You know what I mean? So I was influenced. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You said you do not like anything that's currently playing on the radio right now. Do you feel like you have to be under the influence of hard drugs to enjoy today's music?
Gotta be on that lean.
You gotta be on the Percocet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I ain't never been on no perks or nothing, on no lean, so I don't
haven't either.
So I don't know.
Nah. Well, I'm just saying, like that's what the music talks about.
Yeah, I know.
Even the tempo of the music.
Yeah, slow you down.
Yeah, all of that. You know what I mean? I mean, when we come at, it was a little bit of weed, a little bit of, if you got a bottle, you was the man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but now it's just like they've gone full-fledged hardcore. Do you feel like that contributes to, them just being lost, or you feel like is it just a trend? What do you think it is?
Yeah, I don't think it's beneficial in any ways. Is it just a trend? If it is a trend, I hope it's a trend that passes quickly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit, it slow you down. You can't think when you're on that stuff. You know what I mean? I don't, at least from what I hear, I don't see it being a stimulus for creativity like marijuana is. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't know. I think the times that we're in right now, I think brothers need to be talking about something that's more, you know what I mean, that's more pertinent to, you know, us getting ourselves out of the situation that we in. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let's do something else. We've been partying for a long time in hip hop. You know what I mean? 16 years. You know what I mean? We've been partying for a long time, and there's a lot of shit that's going on. We need things that we need to talk about, man.
I felt like when Outkast did "Get Up and Get Out," songs like that were necessary because that was the balance. You know what I mean? That's what life should be, is to be balanced out. Life shouldn't just be too much of one thing.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I mean?
I feel you.
So, but see, that's the problem. We don't have songs like that. We're really now to balance this out.
We do have those songs, but they're not on the radio, and I think that's done purposely. You know what I mean? Because all the shootings that been going on, you know, with the police killing black dudes and stuff like that. If you had a dead prez on the radio on a regular basis, Karis One on the radio on a regular basis, cats would be out in the streets for real.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Different.
Cats would be out in the streets for real. You know what I mean?
This is my theory on that. Like, I have a lot of strange theories. That's not the point. Drums can sway everything.
It's a heartbeat. Yeah, man.
Yeah, exactly. Drum, like that used to be communication. That used to be drums. Used to be life. You know what I mean? From miles away, and that's instilled in us. So you can. Somebody learned along the way to manipulate those drums, and that's what they've done. And now too many of us are going down the wrong path. Listen to the wrong beat. It's different. That sounds weird when I say it out loud, but.
No, I mean, it makes sense to me.
There's some truth in that.
It definitely makes sense to me. Are you guys tired of hearing about Biggie and Tupac's murders?
No. I mean, yeah, but nah. They think they caught OJ. How come we can't get on that? It's 40 different shows about how OJ did it. And here's the thing, OJ was acquitted. Like, in a court of law, they was like, OJ didn't even do it. So... why is there so many shows about it? And everybody got a movie and he confessed over here, did yeah, find the people. Y'all still picking on OJ?
Nah, I feel like, first of all, we know the statute of limitation with murder never runs out. But I am tired of hearing about Biggie and Tupac's murder for the standpoint. Let them in rest, okay?
Nicole Simpson can't rap.
Huh?
Nicole Simpson can't rap.
What that got to do with anything?
Dave Chappelle. Never mind.
I didn't know if that had something to do with it. Okay, all right, that's cool. But no, what I'm saying, let them rest in peace. You know what I mean? It has been, 20?
Yeah, 20 years, man. Yeah.
It's like, look, you know, at this point, I feel like all the major corporations and TV networks and movie companies are doing whatever they can do to capitalize off of these legendary hip-hop artists. And they have become like Scarface, not Scarface the rapper, but more or less like Scarface Tony Montana. Because the reason why is because when you go certain places, you see all of these T-shirts. I mean, you don't see Scarface T-shirts as much now as you did a few years back. But like it was like on everything. Like Scarface, Tony Montana was on everything. I mean, there was nothing that you could not get with Tony Montana on it. The same thing with Tupac and Biggie. Now, the difference between Tupac and Biggie and Tony Montana is not a real character.
Right.
So if you want to capitalize off of a movie, okay, cool. But you guys are capitalizing off of not just the music, not just when they were living. You guys are capitalizing off of them to the death. To this day. I don't know how much Biggie's mom had to do with the things that they do with Biggie's name now. I do know Afeni Sakura had very little to do.
A Tupac situation?
She didn't even own his shit.
There's people out here still eating off of John Wayne, Elvis Presley. Somebody gonna be eating off you regardless. It need to be the right people, but if eating off them propels us to find who did it, who done it, then I'll support it, kind of.
Man, look, it's like this. They have said so many times, LAPD know who killed.
Well, then just release it.
They
get some answers
Big.
to the people, then, and we can call it quits. You know
No, they can't, because if they give you answers, then at that point, they can no longer capitalize off of it because it's solved. What they gonna say you now? The solved story?
Listen, if they came out tomorrow and this dude shot Tupac, this dude shot Biggie, we got him. You know how much money they gonna make off of the story? Yes.
Yeah, but how long could that last? Like, this has been going on
at least
for
half
20
as
years.
long as this been
If
going
they-
on. Yeah, we got a good 10 years in this, fellas. Let's go.
So then they gonna turn around
It's
and
gonna be
do.
documentaries and movies. 2 more movies.
I just feel like that's so unfair. But I think
It's
that's
super
so
unfair. The money
It's
will go to
tacky.
the wrong people. But if we could solve
It's
a lot,
tacky.
not just Tupac and Biggie, but a lot of these black murders, it's murders in Akron they ain't solved. You know what I'm saying?
And
If
you
we
know
could do
what?
that, that'll be what's up.
The thing is that you don't have to really worry about them pursuing those murders because it's not going to benefit them in no shape,
There's
form,
money
or fashion.
involved.
It benefits them to talk about them solving big and. They got a TV show right now on what TBS?
Yeah, Bokeem Woodbine or something. In it?
Huh?
Bokeem Woodbine's in that, right?
I believe is it?
Yeah, I think he is.
Okay.
I think he played a detective in it. Yeah.
Hilarious.
I have not checked that out.
Yeah, I haven't
yet.
checked it out either.
Yeah. No, so my thing is, man, let the dead, let the dead,
Let them rest, huh?
let them rest, man. I mean, shit, like, when I die, man, I know that I'm going to make an impact before I leave this earth, but I don't want anybody besides my daughter or, close family members to be able to capitalize or benefit or friends to be able to benefit off of what I did.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I mean? Especially if I die in I hope that doesn't happen. I die in a violent, violent manner.
When I do it, I want everybody selling T-shirts for it.
I'm
Let's
sure
all
you on the
eat.
bandwagon.
Let's all eat.
See, that's the thing. Them brothers, they died so young, so they really didn't have time to get their affairs in order. You know what I mean? They
Very young.
their stars were just rising. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they was just living. You know what I mean? They was out here living, balling out of control, and got caught up in situations, man. That it was people that was overseeing them. I mean, I think could have stepped in and prevented that from happening, man. It's a sad situation, but I mean, it's just crazy. I remember. Like Biggie died, man. I don't know what I fell asleep on the floor at my crib, man. I woke up to MTV. Biggie Smalls was going down. You know what I mean? I woke up. I thought I was dreaming. Yeah, Kurt Loder, exactly. Yeah, I thought
who reported it.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, I thought I was dreaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Woke up. I fell asleep on the floor that night, man.
Yeah.
Bugged out. Definitely said that.
I would say that on the strength
Were your mom and dad affected by that? Do you remember anybody older? Nah.
Damn,
That's all young
Okay.
cat.
That was like, it was sad, but we didn't get there. I would say Pox though because Biggie got to speak on it. Biggie, he was, they asked him questions like, hey, what do you think? What do you feel? He had a chance to put his 2 cents on it, and then for them to be as big a riot, like Biggie was the East Coast at that point, and Pac was the West Coast for some reason, and that's how it was. They was the biggest 2 big storms, and one of them died, and let's talk to the other storm, and he died. It's like wow, So Pox, him preceding Biggie was a big thing, I think, for the culture. Like you said, older people, a lot of people.
Yeah. I remember my people, the day that he died, keep your head up on repeat.
Okay.
Hated it after that. Though. But I still respect the song.
Yeah.
I think it's fucked up what Spike did with the whole thing. You remember the Spike commercial with a kid went to the store. Rakim was in the commercial. Was Rakim in the commercial?
What commercial is this?
It's
It was like a remix. It was Missy Elliott, Tupac, and Rakim.
And they had,
You twist the top. When he twisted the top, it would play a beat, like a piece of the song.
Okay.
And then he spun them together, like he DJ'd them together.
Okay.
It was kind of weird.
And Rakim was on some hurry up and buy type shit.
Yeah, he was like, hey man, don't just be opening them pops. Buy it.
Yeah, and they had the lyrics on the side of the Spike.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hate that kind of
stuff.
I hate that kind of...
It's exploiting.
I think
exploiting.
the people who write the lyrics suck a lot of times.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like they write, I know that's not what he said, and you think that's what he said because you're stupid. And you don't have the ear for what I got the ear for. It's just some little white lady behind the desk just assuming that's what he said. That's what I don't like about it. A lot of it.
Okay.
Or maybe I'm crazy.
I want to get into DMX.
Say DMX?
Yeah.
Okay.
He just got a year for tax evasion.
Okay.
My question is this, okay? He owes $2 million to the IRS.
Damn.
DMX has rubbed elbows with a lot of heavy hitters that's still standing today, like Jay-Z, Nas, Irv Gotti, the Rough Riders, Swizz Beatz.
Right. So
The list goes on. Those guys still got money.
Are you about to be like they should kick in?
Am I wrong for feeling that way? Why?
Because I feel you, but DMX is a grown ass man who made a lot of money in his little career. Hey, cuz you ain't pay your taxes, and technically you don't have to pay taxes. You should got a better lawyer.
Yeah, let me say this, man. That's the problem with the black community, not just the hip-hop
we don't support
community.
each other.
We don't help each other.
Listen, if he asks for help, then somebody help him. I don't got the money for you, DMX. I'm sorry.
No, not you.
But he don't seem like the kind of person who will be like, "Hey, loan me $2 million."
Right.
I don't think he would. But sometimes you just gotta go.
You gotta give it to him. If he got a friend with $2 million, I hope they look out for him. However, he's a grown ass man.
Yeah, you gotta.
Who has fucked up more than twice. More than twice.
Yeah, back in the
it's
day.
On you now.
Yeah, back in the day, Hope had a lyric that says, "Y'all niggas hustling backwards, man. Pay your taxes, man." He let them know. But at the same note, though, speaking of what get your brothers help him out. I can't help but thinking of seeing Red Fox on TV. You know what I mean? He out on his lawn, they repossessing his house and stuff like that. It's like, yeah. And he out here, can somebody help me out? I mean, brother was desperate, man. So you feel for a cat in that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You creative.
Anybody help Red Fox out? I don't think so.
I don't know, B. I don't know. But, it's just, if you're creative, you know what I mean, you got to make sure you're up on your business end as well. You know what I mean? You got to get the right people around you. You know what I mean?
But Jay-Z could give him $2 million.
It's nothing. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Nothing.
And listen, if him and Jay-Z got that kind of relationship, Jay-Z should absolutely do that.
Absolutely, yeah.
As Beyonce should come in there and be like, "Get that boy that money." However it work in their house, I don't know.
Yeah, we got it in the closet.
You know what I'm saying? It's under the fridge. Go ahead and grab it out the cabinet. But grown ass man.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah,
I mean, man, sometimes you gotta give your brother a helping hand.
And sometimes your brother drives a car into somebody at the airport, claims to be the police and all that shit.
Right.
And you gotta be like, "Hey, bro, hey, we family and whatnot, but hey, I can't just be bailing you out every time. Mm-hmm. You got to chill."
Yeah.
Hey, so Hullum is not helping. Damn.
Nah, I'm
God forbid, Hey Young World goes where I believe it's gonna go.
Listen,
And I start having tax problems.
listen. You should first off, you should have paid your taxes, fam.
Right.
Secondly, yeah, I might be able to kick in for you. We good. Did you?
Right.
How many times have you claimed to be the police and wasn't the police?
Man, I don't do those type of things.
Then we. This is a whole different conversation.
Yeah,
we can come over, blow down on me. Hey, listen, the IRS is doing this, and this. First off, I'm gonna plug you in my lawyer, and secondly, we gonna get this taken care of. You ain't gonna serve no time. You gonna be good. I'm gonna look out.
Nobody
We gonna look
even did
out.
that
We
much
gonna
for
look
him.
out. I don't know what they doing for him. I don't talk to DMX.
Hey, I will say that this show is a show that it definitely needs to be another part to this.
For sure.
There's so much that needs to be talked about when it comes to hip hop because it's been going on for so many years. I do want to know, do you guys feel like Bone Thugs and Harmony are the best group to come out of the Midwest?
The best group out of the Midwest?
I don't know who else we involved in this because we're gonna say
What's those cats from Chicago? Those cats from Chicago.
Crucial conflict.
You can't forget Detroit either. They had Top Authority.
Yeah, Top Authority was dope. Yeah, Slum
remember.
Village, all them. Slum Village was nice.
That's all Midwest.
Yeah.
You said Crucial Conflict?
No, I didn't say Crucial Conflict. It's another group.
They
Pope
from
Pimp.
Chicago.
Pope Pimp. Pope Pimp. Yeah, Pope Pimp. Dope.
But then that goes back to the conversation of rap legends. You know what I mean? Have
Pope Pimp a rap legend? Do or die rap legends? Is that what you're going to say?
Do or die. No, I was not going to say that. I'm going to say, even though we brought those guys
They
up.
kicked Twista into the game a little bit.
You can't forget about Twista because it's always been said that Twista gave Bone Thugs and Harmony their style.
Style, wow. Okay, I can see that.
Yeah. Or
They
something
sang
about how
a
they
little
came
more
out
Twista.
around the same time, and they never really could say who.
Yeah, who did it first?
Yeah.
That's what hip hop is about. That's what I'm saying.
But yeah,
Very competitive sport.
absolutely. Yeah.
Very competitive. Do you feel like we and there is no other genre of music that I know that beef with each other? Do you feel like that's good or is that bad?
I think it's go ahead.
No, please.
I think it's part of hip hop. It's how hip hop got started because hip hop cats started creating to get the gangs off the streets. You know what I mean, instead of stabbing each other, you know what I mean, knives and bats and stuff like that. You know, the gangs was born in New York, so this is our alternative right here. African Bambaataa say, hey, instead of let's stabbing and beating each other, let's get on these turntables. Let's get on the microphone. Let's get on that linoleum and break dance. You know what I mean? So it's always competitive. Yeah, hip hop is gangs versus gangs. That's what it is in an art form. You know what I mean? So it's always part of it. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, listen, I'm oh God, I want to say it was Pete Rock who put it on the album. I'm just gonna say this because hip hop uses everything. You know what I'm saying? Going soft is a habit. You got to keep yourself mean. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's the epitome of hip hop for me. Going soft is a habit. You gonna go soft. You're gonna go soft because you gotta keep yourself. You gotta stay on it. Mm-hmm. Like look at LL. He just got a XM station.
Yeah, you gotta. Have you heard it yet?
Yeah, I was listening to it today.
Yeah, is he hosting or is it just his name over it?
He just better music selection right now. I'll give it that. Okay. Like than what it was 2 days ago. The music selection is noticeably
changed within 48 hours, huh?
Yeah, well, no, that was for the past week. They've been like, it comes next Wednesday or whatever. Yeah, Wednesday started Wednesday, and then Wednesday it finally came, and I'm like, yeah, because there's only 3 hip hop stations or 4, and I turned it on and like they was playing some De La Soul that I like. They play some Fugees. I'm like, well, okay, maybe like they play some good stuff before, but like they play. I heard 2 Nas songs in the past 3 days, and that just didn't happen a week ago. It just wasn't as LL Cool J as it is now, I guess, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
Yeah. I heard some Redman that I had never heard in my life, and I'm sad about that. I'm like,
is it all?
Yeah.
For what album?
It's off Fear Much. Simon Says. It's a remix of Simon Says
really?
that got like 6 people on it.
I think I heard that.
And Red Meth is on it. I'm listening. Fear Much. And then Lady Luck. I'm like, yeah, I know Lady Luck. I know this song. I know Simon Says. Get the fuck up. I know the song. But then, like right after she's spinning, some cat come in. I'm like, I don't know this dude. And then it's like, hey, guess what? I'm Redman. I'm like, oh, when did this happen? Yeah. And then Meth came right behind. I'm like, wait, slow down. I'm just not hearing this. And this is...
And that song came out, is that like 98?
Right.
We've got Trippie Redd talking about that he runs Ohio.
Who?
See?
Say Simply Red, is that what you said?
No, not Simply Red. Hey, I just heard a Simply Red song earlier today that made me very sad. Okay. I like Simply Red, but you gotta be in the mood for it. No, Trippie.
Trippie Red, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Canton, Ohio. He's up and coming.
Let me Google this. Right. What kind of style is it?
Oh man, it's some other shit. I mean, it's out
well, it's
there,
trippy.
Like,
I'm assuming.
It's like I don't want to say he kind of like a mellow version of tech. I don't want to say mellow, man, but it's some strange music shit, just at a different level, man. You know what I'm saying?
I have to hear it.
The kid he kind of looked like Simply Red a little bit, though. No,
not good,
man. No, hey, I was looking at you when I said that. Trippie Redd looks like Simply Red. If y'all don't know who Simply Red is, look Simply Red up, okay?
I don't know who Simply Red is. I don't know.
Of course, yeah. But then if you know who Trippie Redd is, you need to look. If you know who Trippie Redd is and don't know who Simply Red is, look Simply Red up and vice versa. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, so what do you guys feel like hip hop is headed right now?
Where it's headed, I got like basically like 2 as an industry. I think it's gonna keep on thriving. It's gonna keep on prospering. I think cats gonna continue to make money off of it. You know what I mean? Because you always got Middle America that's looking for that danger. You know what I mean? Something they could be a part of. But for me personally, hip hop, it's gonna go where I decide it's gonna go. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep on listening to the cats that I've been listening to, and I'm gonna keep on finding those little hidden talent. You know what I mean? And just not really get caught up in what's going on in mainstream, because I understand it's at a point right now where that's kind of out of my control. You know what I mean? Right. So I'm just gonna keep on listening to the heads that I listen to, and just give thanks that it's been a part of my life, and that it's given me some wonderful experiences, especially over the past 10 years with us doing shows with Keepers of the Art. And it's let me know that dreams can come true. You know what I mean? If you dream hard, you organize yourself. You know what I mean? You can do some things, man. And I want to say thanks to everybody that's been on our shows that support over the years. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, absolutely. What about a Tribe Called Quest coming? What about Digital Planet coming? Had Digital Planet?
Yeah, we had Digital in 2016. Yeah, we had them in music.
I missed that one. Did you see that one, Hullum?
Yeah.
Damn,
that was a live night. Yeah. They was just getting on the road. So I think the night before they was in Chicago. So Akron was their second date on the tour.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was an ill night, man. Yeah.
What about Tribe Called Quest? I know they're kind of hanging it up.
Yeah, I think it'd be hard to do without Fife right now. You know what I mean? Yeah, and me personally, I wouldn't necessarily want them in that incarnation. I would want them with Fife. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah. Real talk. Yeah, real talk. But if we could work something out where we can get quick tip and Ali Shaheed here, yeah, and why not? You know what I mean? But I prefer to see him with Fife though. You know what I mean? It's like you want to see Wu-Tang, you want to see Old Dirty. Like I've never seen Old Dirty. I've seen Wu-Tang twice. You know what I mean? And both times Dirty was never present. You know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah.
I got a chance to, briefly shake Raekwon's hand, man. Like the thing, what I figured out about, and I already knew this, but when I met this dude briefly, I don't want to make it like we just, when I met this guy briefly, I don't want to make it like we just chopped it up when we was at a party, that would be corny. But when I met him briefly, had a quick conversation, it instantly clicked, man, these niggas are just like me. They just,
real talk. Yeah.
They put that work in and it went somewhere. But these men are just like me. Like,
absolutely.
They're not something immortal or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that right there was I guess a form of motivation.
Yeah, that should be. Yeah, that's what's up, man.
That's real. But once again, man, I want to tell you thank you for coming and thank you for doing the things that
you're welcome, man.
You guys are doing, man. You're a very sharp brother, man. Like I could sit here with you all day.
Thank you.
And try to pick your brain and see what's gonna happen next from the keepers of the heart.
Right.
But I'm not getting nothing. So I'm gonna leave it alone. I know you said y'all gonna be talking tomorrow. So
yeah, we working, man.
I hope something great comes out of that and I'm able to be there.
Yeah, absolutely. Likewise, man. But let me shout out my brothers though, man. Peace to the fam, Big Ish, Don Juan, Zoo, my B, cats that that's on the periphery right now. B Last, Big Doom, and shout out to my dude Dante Morsetti, who's down in Texas right now, who put our first PowerPoint together. I think that helped really close the deal, man. Shout out, man, to the brothers that keep us alive, man. Thanks for staying organized. Thanks for grinding, and thanks for living the dream with me, man.
Word, man. We appreciate you coming. There definitely will be another part to this, and I hope that you're able to be a part of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Just let me know ahead of time, bro. Yep.
Definitely, man. We want you to come back with the rest of your brothers.
Yeah, I'd like to. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
It's not the biggest space in here, but shit,
yeah, we'll make it work. Make it work. Yeah, make it work.
We'll make it work, definitely. And we'd definitely like to have y'all when y'all close to the time for y'all.
Yeah, do the show. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, that's what it is, man.
That is.
Want to get at me and Hullum? Research at heyyoungworldmedia@gmail.com. You got some more information for me before we check out?
Listen, I just got some beer bong from Crisis. I'm about to name it. It's gonna have the best name, y'all. Just wait. Get you something from him. It ain't got no name yet.
Make sure your name is included in the name that you give it.
I'm thinking about it.
Nah,
I got like 2 ideas right now. We gonna see. So shout out to him and thanks for that. I was gonna say I was going somewhere and I've been derailed my train of thought. So that's it then. Forget it.
That's what it is. If it's that important, it'll come back to you.
We'll hear about it next time. Ladies, walk up to me, smell it, see if it smells all right. I'm
going to smell your beard.
Yeah, because it's bomb. It has a nice fruity aroma to it. Tell me if it smells good. I'd appreciate that.
Oh, okay.
It likes
any woman?
Most women, yeah.
Most women.
Yeah.
Hey man, you gotta get your standards.
But no, listen, I'm not. We're not doing crazy. Just give me a little sniff. See if that's all right. See if that fits me. You know what I mean?
You sweat my face.
I feel you. Don't touch me. Just get in, smell it, get a little whiff of this.
Hey,
that's all I'm saying.
Silly. Hey, I'm also put it out there. There's a DJ battle beat showcase coming up.
Okay.
I need people to reach out to me if you're trying to be a part of that. And, I'll give you the details. Reach out to me at heyyoungworldmedia@gmail.com and, definitely be a part of that if that's something you do. All right.
Rest in peace, Craig Mack, man. It's the funk, baby.
Damn, man. It's a damn shame how the homie went out, man. They were part of a cult.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
That shit is
crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
There's people out there that Scientologists.
It was said that he was going to kill somebody. We don't know who that was. That's when he decided he was going to join the cult. He's going to catch a body. I gotta be honest, man.
You just caught the body?
Huh?
Oh, I thought you were I really just caught the body.
He said he was going to catch a body. He was going to kill him, a man. Damn. Check that out, man. I think that man was Puffy.
Could have been.
Think about it.
I don't know.
Craig Mack don't feel like he was ever given the chance he deserved after Biggie dropped.
Right.
I want to get him to that. You know what I mean? We'll save that for the next episode.
That's crazy.
But yeah, this is Hey Young World.
Peace.